Hello everyone. This video is to help us to use BrainPop to its fullest potential. If you're new to BrainPop, it has animated characters who explain educational content in a fun and engaging way. This content includes movies, quizzes, games, and many other activities for hundreds of topics, including math, science, social studies, English, technology, arts, music, health, and PE. And all content is aligned to and searchable by state standards. Many of us have used BrainPop in the past, but we may have only used it for the videos and maybe the follow-up questions. But that's just the tip of the iceberg of what we have available in our purchase subscription. I want to show you how you can assign videos, questions, and activities to your students, even differentiating which kids get which activities, and how to collect that data. So let's get started. The first thing we do is go into Classlink. We'll go to our Classlink page, which has a shortcut under LCS bookmarks. Once we get to the Classlink page, we'll see BrainPop. And you'll also see BrainPop Junior. You can go to either one. I'm just going to click on BrainPop. Once I'm in, you'll see a few things up at the top. I would click first BrainPop 101, because this gives me an overview, a really good overview of what all of the components are for. Most of us are familiar with the movie part of it, but there's a lot more to it. So you have the movie. You also have a challenge feature, which I'll show you in a little bit. You can also assign related reading, little articles to go along with the topics. You have quizzes. You have BrainPop's built-in quizzes, but did you know you can also create your own quizzes? And they'll be in the BrainPop format with Mobi and all the characters that you see in BrainPop videos. You also have some games. You also have the ability to create maps. And did you know you can even create your own movies? And students can create their own movies and also use Moby and Tim and the other characters. So there's a ton of information in here. So it's a good place to start by completing the BrainPop 101. The quiz mixer, this is the place where I was mentioning that teachers can create their own quizzes. Let's start with the dashboard though. When you go to the dashboard, if you're a classroom teacher, you're going to see your classes automatically loaded here. It's all synced with Campus and Classlink. So if you have courses, they'll be listed here with your students already preloaded, so that's nice. You don't have to worry about adding students or worrying about usernames and passwords, because all of that's taken care of right through Classlink. If you don't have classes in Campus, you can still create classes. Just go to the plus sign where it says New Class, and you can create your own classes. For example, if you teach an after-school program and you need a class especially for that, you can just add a class. It will create a class code for you, and you simply give the code to students, and that's how they join. Now, the other item in the dashboard is assignments. Before you do those, I recommend that you go up where it says BrainPop and do a little bit of exploring. So for example, if I'm thinking of assigning something about habitats, then I'm going to first search up here and see what it is that they offer. So I see several potential movies that deal with habitats, but today's lesson is going to focus on ecosystems. So this may be the movie I want to show. So I'm going to preview the movie first. So I can take a look at the movie. I can also take a look at the quiz questions if I want to. I can go down here. If I click on review, it's going to give me the quiz so that I can actually try to answer the questions. You can go through and kind of watch the movie yourself. Answer the questions yourself. And I'm going to go back and see the other topics. You also have, I really like the challenge activity. These are more what you would think of as the TEI type questions. These are sequencing, using Venn diagrams, and so forth. So if you want to take a look at some of those, we can check our answer. Okay, got that one right. So you can just kind of go through and see the different questions they ask in the challenge. And this is, again, your more higher level thinking type activities if you want to assign that. And again, you might want to assign some questions or some activities to some students and the challenge to other students, so you can differentiate here. So I'll show you more about that when we talk about the assignments. But just to be familiar with the different types of activities, you have Make a Map. You have related reading, where it gives you reading articles that go along with the movies that they watch in BrainPop. You also have online worksheets, graphic organizers, the vocabulary, all these things that go along with it. And you can preview these. Again, if you want to add your own terms, you have that flexibility here as well. And you have games that are built in. You click on games, then you can see what kind of games they have, and you can select these based on the grade level as well. So we're dealing with science, and my example, I want second grade, so I'm going to uncheck these other. So I'm narrowing it down to just second grade. You can also narrow it down to how long is this going to take. You want to make it a shorter game, you can, but you have options that you can pick. If you want to see what this one's like and see whether it's appropriate for what you're doing, you can check it out. I have no idea what this one is. Well, let's see. So we got to identify which creature made that. Let's see. Is it C? No. Okay, it will be this one. So this is the kind of things in this bird song is just exactly what it sounds like, identifying the song. So I've explored a little bit about habitats, and I'm going to go back to my dashboard now, and I feel like I am ready to create an assignment. So I will click on Create an Assignment. I'll give it a title. I'm going to select a class. I'm going to give this in my science class. Here's where I was talking about you can differentiate. This particular assignment, I'm not going to give it to everybody. I'm going to give it to certain kids so I can check whoever I want to have this assignment. I can give it a due date, but that's optional. You can schedule it for later if you want to. I'm going to hit Next. The second thing is to add your topic. You can assign these. We have BrainPop and BrainPop Junior. So depending on the age level of your kids, you can search for something in either one of those. If I search BrainPop Junior habitats, for example, I see these things pop up: Arctic, freshwater, and ocean. So one of these might be great for one of those topics. If I search BrainPop, now notice if I just type in habitats, it says nothing's found. But I know there's a movie on habitats, but it just wasn't named habitats. It was named ecosystems. So that's why it's helpful to write that down. Ecosystems. So I'm going to search for ecosystems, and there it finds it. There it is. So it's added. So now it knows what movie to add. And here is where it's really cool. We can assign specific activities as well as the movie. So I want to assign the movie. So notice that says added after I clicked on it. I can add the quiz that goes with the movie. Now and you can also just have it as a review, or you can actually get it graded. I'll just say review. These are the quizzes that are in BrainPop, that come with BrainPop. If you create your own quiz, it's going to be found under Mixed Quiz. Now, I haven't created any, so I won't see any right there. But if I had created some, I'd be able to find it right there. If I want to do that challenge activity and just have it as a review or graded, again, I have that option. So I've added that. And let's say I want to be able to have some related reading in there. I'll click on that one. And let's say, let's just do the game. And I've played with that bird song here, so I'm going to put that one. So now that I have my activities selected, down here at the bottom, I see a Next button. I'll click that. Go ahead and hit Assign. So I can view all the different activities that are assigned there. So we've created our first assignment. So the next step is to let our students log in and take the assignments. So that is what I'm going to show you next. Here we are as a student. I'm going to go to my BrainPop from Classlink, and automatically I'm signed in. I didn't have to enter a password or anything. I'm just right in. And I will see a notification that says I have an assignment. So I can click right on the notification and it'll take me straight to my assignment. Or I could go to my dashboard and click on assignments, and I would see it either way. So I'll click on the assignment, and I can see each of the different tasks that I'm assigned to do. So I can watch the movie first, and hit the go. That's going to take me right to my movie, so I can play it. I'm going to pause this while I watch the rest of the movie. Now that as a student I have completed the movie, I can see I have a choice. I can re-watch the movie or I can go back to the assignment. So I see in my assignment the next item in my checklist is the ecosystems review. So I can start. Again, for time's sake, I won't go through all of the questions during my recording. Once I've completed my quiz, it will show me my total score. And if I keep scrolling, it'll show me every single question. And if I missed it, it'll also show me what the correct answer should have been. I'll click back to the assignment. And notice it puts a little green check by each part of the assignment that I've completed. And any of them, I want to go back and play the movie again or go back to it, I am able to. So next thing on my assignment list is the Ecosystems Challenge. So I'll click on that one so you can see what that one's like. If I check it right away, it tells me whether I'm right or wrong, and then it's going to take me to the next question. So then we can check our answer and go on to the third question. Again, for time's sake, I will go back to the assignment so you can see what they look like. Notice I didn't complete this one yet, so I do not have a check on that. Here's my article that goes along with habitats. So I can read this one and have some more interesting facts. This might be a great enrichment activity for certain students. Again, you can differentiate instruction and give certain tasks to certain kids. I'm going to go back. And notice this one now has a check. That one was just a matter of reading. There were no questions involved. Here's my birdsong game. So anyway, this would be the example of the student playing the game. And I'll go back. So now everything's checked but this one ecosystems review that I just didn't finish. So I will pause it and finish that real quick. Notice now when I get back to my assignment, I'll see Moby in the bottom right corner waving and telling me that it's completed. If I go back to the assignments, it looks like I have no assignments because I've completed them all. And if I go to completed assignments, it just gives me the thumbs up. So as the student, I see I'm all done. Now that my students have completed some assignments in BrainPop, I'm going to log back in as the teacher to show you what that looks like on the teacher end. So I've gone to Classlink, and now I'm clicking on BrainPop. I'm going to go back to my dashboard, and I can go down until I see assignments, and I can see for any assignments I've given, I can see how many students have completed it. I'll see there's one done. If I scroll down the list of students, then I'll see their status is either checked that they've done it, or maybe these other students didn't get that particular assignment assigned to them, so it will still say not assigned. On the left side, underneath the name of my assignment, I can see each individual task that was in the assignment and how many students completed each one. And then if I click on that, I can see exactly which student did that activity and their score. For each activity that they completed, anywhere that it says done, you can also, under status, you can view their work. And you can see exactly how they answered each question, what their responses were. I can see what they did for the challenge questions. I can see that they got those in the correct order. I can see exactly what they put and which ones they missed. Next activity was not graded, so I can just see a check mark that they've done it. And the same with the game, I can see that they've completed it. I also have the option of exporting grades. If I click on export, then it gives me a CSV file with all of that information in nice, neat columns, kind of like the way Google Classroom does. So BrainPop is a great tool to use for student engagement and delivering some instruction, and it gives us a way to differentiate assignments to students, and it gives us the data. So it's a great tool, and we pay for it, so I hope that this helps you to use it a little more efficiently. If you have any questions, as always, please reach out to your ITRT. Thank you.